Greetings everyone! I have another update video to let you know my plans for the channel at the start of 2021, and if I hopefully stick to them this time. Throughout last year, I've been replacing my thumbnails with some more attractive ones, and I hope you enjoyed them. There are still some I need to change, especially in the Mega Man comic sections. These videos here, the ones that blah blah blah, will not get new thumbnails since they're linked from my original channel. And one day, I plan on giving them the re-review treatment. I also think it's time to give my channel a coat of paint, as it were. I mean, look at the banner here. Kinda generic, right? I think it's time to replace it with something nicer, don't you think? I might as well make a new channel trailer to make it more lively. Those are things that'll happen gradually throughout the year. On the review front, for those wondering where are the remaining Mega Man Fully Charged reviews, don't worry, I have not forgotten. I'm dedicating all my energy right now to the IDW Sonic Year 3 video, which I'm still working on as of this video's recording. I think it's going to be a big one like my Year 2 video. That's one of my goals this year. One of my goals this year is to find a balance between work and life, and not overdo it with the workload. I am a one-man operation after all, so I need some recharge time every now and then. IDW Sonic reviews will remain my top priority when they come out. As for Archie Sonic, while I hope to go back to my original plan of getting the miniseries done, yeah, 2020 kinda screwed that over, I'm thinking of shifting more towards individual issues, specials, or perhaps marathoning a series of issues based around a character like, say, Naugus. For reviews of cartoon episodes, that's a low priority for the moment. I'm not saying it'll never happen, it'll just be a once in a while thing. With all that said, I do want to take the time to say thanks to all of you. You guys are the ones that allow me to keep going. While I never say this in my actual reviews, I do ask if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share these videos with any Sonic or Mega Man fans that may enjoy our heroes' printed adventures, and or some random guys summarizing and analyzing said adventures. Now I have a surprise for all of you. Since it'll be some time before the Year 3 video is fully ready, how about something to whet your appetites? A section of the video I managed to complete before making this update video. Hope you enjoy and have a good day everyone! IDW Sonic's 2020 annual presented Untold Tales of the Metal Virus, a series of 6 stories showing how characters besides, say, Sonic, Tails, and Amy handle this crisis. Wait, scratch that. 5 stories do this, while one story is loosely connected to the saga. I'll get to it momentarily. Story 1 follows Big the Cat once again trying to find Froggy. His search takes him through the events of years 1 and 2 of the comic, from Neo-Metal Sonic's invasion of Angel Island to the Zombot outbreak at various locations. Ian Flynn, who wrote this story, deliberately used Sonic Adventure 2 for inspiration. For those unaware, that game had Big the Cat pop in the levels in a blink and you'd miss it kind of way, and sometimes you have to really look for the big purple guy. It also explained why he was in Restoration HQ in issue 22. If you're wondering, he left just before the Zombots ran amok in the base, so he was spared this time. Big finally found Froggy near Spiral Hill Village, just as Eggman deployed the Metal Virus goo in the area. The two successfully fought off the Zombots. Unfortunately, Froggy made contact with one of them, and the story ended with Zombot Froggy infecting an unsuspecting Big and their home. The second story features how average citizens handle the Zombot crisis. In this case, it's the employees of a radio station just outside Sunset City. Night the Owl, the evening DJ, and Don the Rooster, the station's custodian. I'm aware these names are puns, so let's move on. What started as a normal evening turned frightening as Night started receiving listener calls about people getting sick, looking metallic, and being under attack. Dawn decides it's too much and flees, while Night elected to stay, since the station is #1 for news and advice. He made the right call, sorry for the pun, as a member of the Restoration dialed in. They want Knight's help in passing the word to any citizen to come to the Golden Flicky Hotel, and they will provide a way to contact them if assistance is needed. Dawn, overhearing the conversation via radio, returns to the station and boards up the place. giving Knight the chance to pass on the restoration information to anyone still listening in Sunset City. Their actions pay off as it sets up things for the Crisis City two-parter, the one in which Shadow became a Zombot thanks to his foolish pride, and E123 Omega was torn to pieces with the exception of his head. This story about these small-time heroes was written by frequent artist Evan Stanley. I point this out because it will be relevant later in the video. Story 3 has Metal Sonic confront the possibility that he may not be the one true Sonic. He visits an area with a container of metal virus goo, and after seeing a picture of an infected Sonic, reaches into it to grab the stuff. Being made of metal, the goo slides right off. It's unknown what's going on in Metal Sonic's head. That he can never match or surpass Sonic, or maybe that if Sonic transforms, Eggman might have an actual robotic Sonic as his servant. We may never know. Story 5, yes you heard me, Story 5 shows how Vector and SBO capture Zombot Charmy as seen in issue 22. While the result of this brief struggle was a short-term victory for the Chaotix, it ultimately turned into a long-term disaster for them and everyone at Restoration HQ. The sixth and final story had Tangle's friend Jewel help the president of the Sonic Fan Club, the same one from the 2019 annual, find his members. They find the vice president, but all of this was taking place while Eggman was deploying metal virus goo in the area. As such, the other club members transform into Zombots and chase the trio back into the village. Fun fact, we get a sneak peek of this event in Big Story. While they make it back safely, they unfortunately touch some of the goo and began transforming themselves. It wouldn't matter since Eggman's spaceship arrives over the village. It does allow Jewel enough time to send an SOS to Tangle. Issue 22 shows Tangle receiving it, and the end of this story would set up Tangle's fate in issue 24. Now let's go back to story 4, the loosely connected one I mentioned earlier. The only link to the Metal Virus saga is Starline observing Eggman's handiwork. The real story is Starline stumbling upon Eggman's man cave. There he keeps things to help him relax. This includes action figures he made that he plays with, plans strategies against his enemies. Starline is impressed until he sees a figure of himself as a robot, and Eggman promptly kicks him out. This had to have taken place sometime before Starline lost faith in his idol due to being Sonic obsessed and not having a plan to regain control of the Zombots. Hence the dangerous plan to bring in the Deadly Six.